Hey guys, JohnnyCrims2000 here, and welcome back to Let's Play Dynamite Cop. This is part 5, and now we are here beating random people up in the sauna. Got those nice posters on the wall there. Motivation, guys, motivation. Keep pumping. So anyway, I wanted to take the time now, since we're only one part away from the grand finale of this game, for me being done with this game. I know this is kind of late, but I wanted to talk about the characters that you get to play as. And I know this is really late, but before I was talking about the gameplay, and in a game like this, there's very little time for me to actually explain some of the more, how should I say, quirky elements of the game. For example, the characters here, they do have different names, they do have different backstories, I suppose. The guy that I'm playing as, his full name is Bruno Dellinger, and I'll just read some of the description that I found online. The main character of the game, Bruno, has a sidekick monkey named Banana, and is also known as Mr. Dynamite. Bruno also has marriage problems. It's kind of weird when you think about it. It's like, why would we care if this guy has marriage problems? But apparently he does. A little bit of trivia here. In the American version of Die Hard Arcade, which was known as Dynamite Deca in Japan, like I said before, Bruno was actually the character John McClane, the star of the Die Hard series, which I'll get to in a little bit. A little bit more, boom, sucker. This girl just like straight stiff arm him, NFL style, Jesus. So anyway, the girl that my friend Megan is playing as right there, her name is Jean Ivy. Jean loves anime, long walks on the beach, and cats. She also loves kung fu, sambo, and beating up evil pirates who want to take over the world. She should have no problem in this game. She loves to get her punches in, and she usually aims them at your face, like we just saw there as she completely stiff-armed that guy during that quick time event. And finally, the character that we didn't see in my Let's Play, unfortunately, because my friend Corey couldn't join us, he would have been the third player, is Eddie Brown. Eddie is a former NFL player that was banned for drop-kicking a referee for unknown purposes. Oh, Lord. He likes listening to reggae and is a master at kickboxing. That's the weirdest. I gotta make. I didn't read these before I started recording this. He was banned for drop kicking a referee for unknown reasons. That's amazing. That is absolutely amazing. And we just beat up this. Like I said, guys, you'll notice here that pretty much these things are pretty similar. Now we're going to make our way into our first sort of semi-boss battle. And what kind of fat person are we going to fight with now? We had a Frenchman, we had a Japanese man, and I guess this is a Chinese sub-boss, I guess. I'm assuming, right? Master Yang. Yeah, I think it is Chinese this time. Chinese. I think I said Chinese. But anyway, guys, here's a little bit of trivia here. Now, the whole thing, and I know it's late. I've met. Good Lord, my friend Megan was just on her ish. She kept doing that, just breaking this man's leg, this huge man's leg. So anyway, as I was saying, I briefly mentioned it before about how. And yes, I am just going to spam these hand grenades for a while, so boom. I mentioned it before about how this game, the original game rather, the Die Hard Arcade, was actually just Dynamite Deca. That's the name of this entire series here. And man, he just whipped out his own grenade. I guess he got tired of me throwing random grenades at him. Now, I mentioned before that the entire series is actually not called Die Hard Series or Dynamite Cop. It's actually Dynamite Deca, which I guess could be Dynamite Cop. But in Japan, the original game, which for Americans we know it as Die Hard Arcade, was only Dynamite Deca. It was only until they brought it over, they brought the series over here, that they kind of slapped on the Die Hard, movie license and things like that. So Bruno Dellinger was actually known as John McClane. So that's a little bit of a trivia there. His name, even though maybe one day I will actually go out of my way and actually buy Die Hard Arcade just to play it, for consistency's sake. you know, I played this one, so it'd be kind of cool to play Die Hard Arcade. Even though it says Die Hard and, you know, the main character is John McClane, and I think even Chris Thompson, yeah, was in the game, it's not really Die Hard. It's Dynamite Deca, or Dynamite Cop, I guess. And we've seen this cutscene like 3 times already. We know what it is. We know, right? We're gonna go down the thing and we're gonna appear and, oh, never mind. This is new. I don't think we've ever been here. It's been a while since I recorded this, by the way. If you guys couldn't already tell. So anyway, as I was saying, even though in, you know, in America here, we kind of understand this series to be sort of like Die Hard inspired. It really isn't. It was supposed to be its own thing. It just so happened that I think it was published by Fox. You know, Die Hard Arcade was published by Fox, who I think they had the rights to Die Hard, to the film Die Hard, and so they kind of just, you know, whatever. This is a game. It's sort of similar, I guess, in premise to Die Hard the movie. So let's just slap on the Die Hard name to kind of get more interest into people buying this game, and that's what became of it. Of course, for this game, you know, Die Hard was already kind of like, you know, kind of like a 90s thing. People weren't really interested in it all that much, so it just kind of stayed its own thing, which I'm kind of happy about. And just another piece of little bit of trivia: Bruno Dellinger, who is the guy that I'm playing as, appears in Project X Zone under his real name, Bruno Dellinger, not Tom McClane. That would be kind of weird. And we're driving a motorcycle here. Jesus. And this is a brand new cutscene right there. I don't think we had seen this before. And of course, my friend Megan screws it up. She pressed the kick button instead of the jump button. Excellent. So of course we have to go through this extra little area here. There we go. Got my words mixed up. But no worries, because I got a machine gun and I will, you know, kill everybody. And a hairspray apparently. And they kind of just threw a barrel at me. Now, as you can probably tell at the top, this is what I meant by how this mode, Mission 3, I consider it to be the hard mode, because it doesn't take much for your life to go down. I don't know if it's because the enemies are harder or because they're, you know, they dish out a lot more damage. But whatever the case may be, for this entire playthrough here of Mission 3, you will constantly see us, you know, me and my friend Megan over there, you will constantly see our characters being stripped down. Of course, signifying that we're losing life. Just because of how much damage. It may just be me, but I think that's the case. I don't think that the enemies themselves are any harder than they usually are, but I think that the damage output has seen a significant amount, you know, a significant increase from Mission 1 and Mission 2. So that's something to look out for. And we're just gonna sit there and pose while this girl's being led outside. And of course, in this instance, in this case, we found out that the guy betrayed us way before we actually got to him. So in this mission, he doesn't actually get caught. He kind of just, we learn that he has betrayed us through that cutscene. Unlike the first 2 missions where we learned that he betrayed us because, you know, when we thought that he was captured and we rescued him, and he kind of just threw an axe in our face, which is not nice. Not nice. I'm not a big fan of getting, you know, axes thrown at my face. I don't know about you guys, but yeah, I never got into it. And of course, this scene here, this particular area may seem familiar to you guys. This is the same area that we fought in Mission 2, and it's the area that we started off in Mission 1. So like I said, this game, the missions themselves don't change all that much. It's just, you know, going from one area to the next that really changes, and some of the aesthetics, and good lord, that was brutal. Just going to town on that poor guy. Another thing that I should mention, I don't know what actually triggers those cranes to move towards the foreground. I don't know if something triggers it or if they're just automatic. And now we just randomly show up and there's this big ass our good friend Giant Squid here, who's throwing ink at us. Now, as you could probably tell at the top of the screen there, look at our life bars. Every time he hits us, look at how much damage he does to us. I'm pretty sure that's not how much he normally, how much damage he normally gave us in the first 2 missions. So I'm convinced that the damage output in mission 3 is significantly higher. But he's just as easy to beat. He just stands there, you just gotta pummel the hell out of him until he goes down. Just gotta watch out for those ink things that come out. And a couple more punches, and that'll be it. And that's it for part 5, guys. I will see you in part 6. As always, if you like this video, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to my channel if you want to get more stuff from me. In the meantime, if you like my videos, be sure to find me on Twitter, Tumblr, Raptr, and Screwattack.com to see the other gaming related content that I upload. Info is in the description. Who knows? Maybe you'll like my stuff. Maybe. Maybe.